Giving Back, sponsored by Patterson Legal Group.
We're excited to partner with Patterson Legal Group in our latest edition of Giving Back, where local nonprofits are recognized for the great work they're doing to make our communities better places to live. Patterson Legal Group recognizes a new nonprofit and presents them with a $500 check. This week, we're proud to spotlight Topeka Rescue Mission. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Tyler Patterson. This month's Giving Back recipient is the Topeka Rescue Mission. I'm here with Lamanda and her team. Lamanda, tell us a little bit about the group.
Sure. Before you see the Topeka Rescue Mission leadership team, and we have been serving our community since 1953, where we are loving on people, seeing them in the midst of brokenness and hard times, and letting them know that through Christ there is transformation. And so we are very thankful and honored to be here.
Well, thanks for all the work that you guys do for the community. We're happy to give you a check for $500.
Amazing. Thank you.
And joining us now is Lamanda Cunningham with the Topeka Rescue Mission. Good morning.
Good morning.
For our viewers out there that may be unfamiliar with Topeka Rescue Mission, give us a little history of what's going on with the organization.
Sure. The Topeka Rescue Mission has been in existence since 1953. Foundationally, the heart was to reach out to primarily men that were in that area that seemed to be struggling with alcoholism. And so a couple of founders got together and said, we need to open up a place where we can support these men and help them rehabilitate. And so started off as kind of providing food and shelter and really connection. And so 70 plus years later, Dane, that's still foundational. We're walking alongside people that are in the midst of struggle and in the midst of brokenness for whatever reason. And so sometimes we provide immediate services such as shelter and food. And then other times we're really committing to walk alongside and build relationships with people so that we truly understand the why behind what they're experiencing, so that we know how to help them.
Incredible. Yeah, so 70 plus years of experience. So yeah, expand on what it's evolved to today, like what you guys are doing, what these services are.
Sure. You know, there are a lot of different facets of the Topeka Rescue Mission, and I think commonly what's associated with us in our community is the shelter aspect and the food aspect. And so we do operate 2 shelters 24/7, 365 days a year. For a couple of years now, our average has been providing shelter to 250 plus guests. Wow. This year, for 2025, our average is 266 people. Our highest this year was 304.
Wow.
And in that mix is also between 50 to 70 children every night in our community. So that's kind of the scope that a lot of people know about. The second biggest thing that we do is just the food impact. And so we have both reactive ways that we try to help people that are truly experiencing food insecurity, such as our community meal that's serving every night, 7 days a week. But then we also have this proactive piece through our distribution center where we do what we call as our distribution days. And we provide food bags to multiple families every Tuesday and every Thursday. And that really is kind of twofold. We have walk-ups of people who are experiencing homelessness, who need food and water and different variations of nutrients. But then we also have families that are using that resource to prevent homelessness. For example, some of the low to middle class individuals who know that they can come and get several meals in each food bag, that then allows money to stay in their pockets for rent and utilities and gas and such. In addition to those 2 prongs, we often hear when we bring people in for tours or interviews, I had no idea. So those I have no idea things are each guest receive case management where we walk alongside people, everything from helping them get birth certificates, IDs, getting back acclimated with mental health appointments and physicals and such. But in addition to that, we also have a housing team. They are small but mighty, but when individuals have everything they need in order to have a new start, we have a housing team that not only allows them to get all of the necessary documents for it, but then they help them find the right housing fit for them. And then we provide case management for that family for 12 months after we place them. Wow. So when we talk about wraparound services, that's exactly what we're talking about. The answer is not just giving someone a key to a home. It's really then to walk alongside people as they get used to that. And so we also have a trauma team that, you know, really walks alongside staff to not only teach them best skills to help people that we're interfacing with, but also to know how should we handle this. Secondhand trauma is real, Dane. Working at the Topeka Rescue Mission is beautiful, but it is messy. And not everything is wrapped up with a pretty bow that says this person started here and they ended here. Sometimes there are real challenges, and we take that home because we're families and people too. So our trauma team is extremely important, and I truly consider the trauma-informed care that we provide a third pillar of the Topeka Rescue Mission: shelter, food, and understanding the impacts of trauma and how to help people with it.
That is incredible. And Lamanda, I want to say, I had no idea.
I said to our board a couple of times and our leadership team, that maybe should be our slogan. I had no idea.
Yes, as you said, the shelter, the food we know about, but all these other services wrapped into it.
Yes.
It's incredible what you guys are doing, and such a huge endeavor. You know, how is the donation from Patterson Legal Group kind of able to help this mission out?
Yes, you know, I just appreciate everyone, whether it's Patterson Legal Group or anyone that says, hey, we want to do something. And so because of the people at Patterson Legal Group, we're actually going to use that money this year for food. You know, if it was a different year, it might be something different based on what we're facing. But right now, our community is really in a food crisis. And so the cost of food have increased, the needs are increasing. Some of the resources that were once out there to help food pantries like ours and many other food pantries in our community, those resources are decreasing. And so we are definitely going to be using this to buy food in bulk so that we can spend less but impact more.
That's great. That's amazing. So, and now if people, if they're in need of help in some of your services, what's the best way for them to reach out to you guys?
Sure. So if they have access, our website is trmonline.org. And there's actually a tab on there that says in need of help. And so it's twofold. If you're ever wanting to get involved, you can access that, or if you're in need of help. We also have hotline numbers that we can get you that is manned during the day if people want to do that. And we also always try to promote the Mobile Access Partnership. We are a big partner with the Mobile Access Partnership, and that is really an entry point for people who are currently on the streets and not sure where to turn. There's resources there as they're building kind of a one-stop shop model, but then also if there is additional things that the rescue mission can do for someone who enters MAP, then we then are ready to take that baton on.
And for you, you know, what's it mean for you to be a part of the Topeka Rescue Mission, to be a part of this organization?
You know, before coming to the rescue mission, I had a career in education, and that was my passion. I've always had a heart for kind of just loving families who were struggling, because I knew you couldn't just love the child, you needed to be able to love the adults as well. And so to leave that was difficult, but what I didn't realize is that the Lord was opening an opportunity for myself to help lead and be a part of this incredible team, to just expand that passion that these are people, and that we all go through hard times, and that we really need to be, we're worthy of someone saying, hey, I want to get to know you, I want to help you. And that didn't just need to be, for me, confined in school walls. And so coming to this team has been such a blessing to me. You know, at first when I came, I was trying to examine, like, Lord, what do you need me to do here? And what I realized very quickly is the Lord was like, Lamanda, you need TRM just as much as TRM needs you. And so it's just important for me to really look at our staff and say, how do I shepherd them? They're the first flock. And so I know that by taking care of them, loving them, being with them in their lives, not just as employees, that trickles down so that they can in too love like the Lord is asking us to love, and that is so incredible.
Wonderful. And can you speak on the impact that Topeka Rescue Mission has had on the community at large, on the families within the community?
You know, I feel like to talk about the impact, we would need 3 or 4 segments, right? Especially since we've been in existence for over 70 years. But Dane, there are so many ways that I could say that. One, you know, we are the primary and only overnight shelter, 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And so there is constantly needs, and not just for adults, for children. We have this year alone averaged between 60 and 70 kids a night.
Wow.
In our community. So, you know, there's that level of impact where we are sheltering thousands each year, but then also that includes thousands of shelter nights when you look at how many people are staying. But then there's also people that just lose hope for whatever reason, and they see that cross on top of the building where it says Jesus saves, and they don't understand why they're there. They don't understand really how they even got there, but there is like this sense of they're there, and that's where I need to access to get to the next step. And so I think that is invaluable for our community.
Incredible. And for people listening, they want to support you guys. What's the best way to do it? Like volunteers, donations, what are you guys looking for?
Yes. You know, I always say, anyone who believes can pray, right? And so we definitely believe in the power of prayer at the Rescue Mission. Someone can be at home and they're praying for maybe the safety of our staff, or they're praying for people's transformation and breakthrough, and they don't realize their prayer is our answer to prayer. And so that's valuable. In addition to that, we're always needing volunteers. There is always something going on at the Rescue Mission, and so being able to contact Susie, our volunteer coordinator, she's incredible, and there is always a place for someone. And then in addition to that, you know, there's a reality of the financial support. In order to maintain and create and keep a healthy budget, the Rescue Mission really needs supporters. And we see God use everything financially, from one-off blessings like this with Patterson Legal Group to people who commit to us monthly. And we see the Lord bring that together in order to maintain our budget. And so definitely donor retention and recruitment is huge at the Rescue Mission.
Fantastic. And they just go to trmonline.org to kind of get the ball rolling.
Correct.
There? Fantastic. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And thank you once again for all the work you guys are doing in the community. Like I said, we could probably go on and on for the impact that you guys have had around the Topeka area. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
And everyone, to learn more, you can visit trmonline.org.
Giving Back, sponsored by Patterson Legal Group.